Now, dear participants, our third speaker for the evening is Dr. P.R. Ratna Maharajan. He's a social community development and humanitarian worker based in Kathmandu, Nepal. He has an extensive experience on youth development and international affairs. He is well recognized at both local and global at glance, with having high level connection back home country. He focuses on bringing the voice of young people on advocacy such as peace building, social, community, and youth development in various international forums, conferences, and world bodies such as World Economic Forum, World Humanitarian Forum, United Nations Office for Disaster Risk Reduction. He is currently serving as the International President, International Youth Society, and TRAC Nepal, an international youth alliance with more than 121 countries, focusing on humanitarian relief, social service works at global level. Sir, I welcome you. Please begin with your presentation.
Yes, am I audible now?
Yes, sir.
Okay, namaskar and namaste. Warm greetings from Kathmandu, Nepal. My name is Dr. Ratna Maharajan, based in Kathmandu. So I thank you very much for the organizing committee and also Dr. Mutiam for inviting me for these sessions. Actually, my session was yesterday, but due to a hectic schedule and programs that I was not able to do it yesterday. And thank you very much, the moderator. He has been she's doing the moderating this program. It's very wonderful. And thank you again giving this global platform for me to speak uh, and sharing some of the informations. And I have been listening to our predecessor speakers, and they are very experts in research and on this ethics or protection of data and personal information, and that is very, very valuable. So it's a part of the ethics that we have to be protect and to be protected from all this social disharmony and misuse. Because this world is now is the materialistic world rather than ethical worlds. It has been losing all kind of ethics in this society. So
Sir, I
as
would request you to please speak louder. We are not able to listen you.
okay, can you hear now? Yes. So as I'm the very much reflected on the empowerment of the young people and the having global network, and I can see the ethics is very important, the values of ethics to be practiced by the young people. So that has to be focused on, and there are a lot of behind that ethics that has to be practices. For me, that ethics is a practice and to be obedient and to be loyal. So the ethics says that reflection of a person and behavior is that reflects about what you are, whether you are good or bad is be judged by the society. So that means we have to be very ethical. So as we are the leaders, global leaders, teachers, guiders, and we should let's focus on young people or the youths, how we can be make them an ethical person. That should be the stress because there are a lot of things about ethics and research, and but we are forgetting that how we can bring our children, and the parents has to focus on how we can bring our kids, our children more ethicals, because why we send these our kids and children to schools. Later, they become the doctor or professionally. And if they forget about ethics, that will be very drastic. And therefore, the children that go and they learn and all that university from the school to college to university, they should be follow the pattern of ethics. And that's way how a person will grow. So the person who become a young person, become a leader, that means they become the perfect ethical person. So this way we have to see the aspect of the ethics being a practice in the youth and in the society and also in the community. Because I also doing the community projects in Nepal and other countries, and that ethics should be very much big practice. As our earlier speakers, they have emphasis on the protection of data and personal data. And also the question has been arise that though we collaborate and we become the partnership others, we should share the all informations. Yeah, that's part is good. Yeah, if all the parties partners are very ethical and professional. Only thing is, if a person is misused and using the name, that will be a problem. Is that so? Sharing is the information is not the issues, but that identifying the person is really practicing the ethics, or this person is a good or bad. Yeah. So this way, this ethics will be applicable in all spheres of our society, from media to social. If a media is biased, not ethical, of course he will just write in his own way, on his benefits. That's why we sometimes we do not get or right informations. So the media personnel should be very much ethical. They should practice this ethics in their media, and also all social media that we are having. Even earlier speakers talk about Facebook. Yeah, we cannot share all our
Sorry for
information.
intervening, but your voice is not audible.
Can you hear again?
A little bit louder.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
maybe internet problem. Now can you
yeah,
hear now?
maybe some technical issue. Now it's
Yeah,
clear.
technical problem. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. So this ethics is very applicable in all spheres of our society, and as we should, this ethics should be practiced, especially again among the our leaders. Leaders here, I means the politicians. Since there is no ethics in the politics, and there's will be corruptions. Now, even this pandemic, COVID-19, and all in our health sector, and there are a lot of, we can see, not ethics being practices. Most the doctors and the health institutes, and they focus on that how to make the advantage, make benefits, make money out of this situation, rather than we serve for the people. Safety comes the first. So rather than we talk about the safety of the community and politician and the business people and also health sector, they just take advantage of that. Yeah. So this way, and ethics should be very much be practiced in all this sector, and that also applicable among the NGO, because we are running NGOs in different parts of the world. Sometimes they misuse, and also they also misuse the information from the Facebook, and also even they get the people into their own advantage, promoting their own organizations. So therefore, uh, as a teachers, as a developer of the curriculum, we should also be very much focused, and also to voice against the government for to adopt the curriculum should be included in ethics, because now the world is very much materialistic and forgetting about the ethics in our studies. So therefore, at this moment, we should also focus on having this ethics to be practiced in all the subject matter in our school. This is what I suggest for that. And in the businesses, if we share all the formulas and informations, and sometimes they will copy, there's no patent. So therefore, the ethics should be also practiced in our business. So that is very much practical. And talking about all our data and protection of that, I also focus on that this ethics that is, has been actually taught us at the beginning when we born. Of course, the ethics will be taught by and taught by our parents. They are the forefather. They are the ethical person, and that this should be applicable for all our life. So that way we can become a person with ethics, a good person that we set in the society. As a teacher, we should not be biased. Even the researcher should be not be biased, have to be right with their own research without any bias in their information. And the teacher should be very much ethical for the students because they are the who are the person imparting the knowledge, bringing these students to the world leaders in the future. And ethics we talk about in religions because our teachers, gurus, and spiritual leaders also teaching us about the ethics in their religion. So they also bring why we go to temples, gurudwara, churches, and gumbas, all our spiritual places is to learn about ethics because that's a part of the religions. So we have to always focus on that is the ethics is about to be a responsible person. Ethics is to guide our life. Ethics is that shows the road where it should be gone. So in our research matter, and this ethics is very much important, and that we should be always focus on that. And for me, the ethics in research and teaching, it focuses on ethical studies, and it expresses the implication that are necessary for a study to be ethical. Researcher has a vital role in conducting in ethical research. And there are some critical points which the researchers should take into account for each field. And various research methods are to be used. Therefore, different ethical codes and implications should be adopted in accordance with the research method in order to have ethical studies. In addition to research ethics, researchers also have a responsibility as an author to share his or her research with others by publishing it. And unethical behavior such as fabrications, falsifications, and plagiarisms will be explained. That will be the lastly. And as a lecturer, he should be responsible for giving lectures, teaching, and assessing the students without bias. For the lecturer to assess the student fairly, he or she should be ethical. The lecturer should provide ethics in teaching. And what I talk about ethics and ethical behavior. So this is very much intertwined, and ethics is always considered as the difficult concept to define since the concept can have different meaning in according to related areas. It may be different from Asia to Africa, Africa to Europe, and it is used in interchangeably with morality. However, they are totally different in concepts. And in according to Webster, the discipline dealing with a good and a bad, with moral duty and obligation, a set of moral principle, a theory or system of moral values, the principle of conduct governing an individual or group or community, a guiding philosophy, is a pathway, a consequences of moral importance, a set of moral issues as a aspects as rightness. The most of the definition of our literature also refer about that. So for me, this ethics is very simple. That in the terms of having like four, eight values, like a social and clinic values, scientific validity, fair subject and selections, favorable risk benefit ratio, and independent review, and informed consent, and respect for potential and enrolled subject. So there are actually 12 ethical principles that we have to be, lastly I will explain. That is the honesty that we have to be practiced as part of the ethical person, and be honest in all communication actions. And we should have integrity and promise keeping, loyalty, fairness, caring, respect for others, law abiding. So this is very much necessary, pivotal in this society, and this should be practiced in our modern society. Thank you very much for giving me this opportunity to talk about some aspect of ethics and the values. Thank you very much again.
Thank you, sir, for your valuable thoughts and what you had told us about ethics. We are really thankful to you that you spoke upon this topic. But actually, to be honest, participants were having little difficulty. So in hearing, thank you so much for your valuable session. Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank you
sir. In
very much
fact, we have
because of
learned
the
a lot.
technical problem.
Yeah, it was some technical problem, but it was a nice presentation. I think our valedictory chief guest, Sir Pramod Chauhan, has also joined us. Has he, Anita ma?
Yes, ma'am. Sir is with us.
Okay. Good evening, sir, and heartiest welcome. So now I'll request Dr. Poonam Verma from Government College Dhami to
Good
present a
evening.
brief report.
Good evening, Pramod Chauhan, sir. You're welcome,
Good
sir.
evening, sir.
Good evening. Good evening to all of you. Thank you very much. I'm really honored
Namaskar,
and
sir.
privileged to be part of
Yeah, good evening, sir.
this. Good evening.
Namaskar, sir.
Namaste, namaste.
Sir, thank you so much.
Sabhi ko namaskar.
Namaskar.
Honored, really.
So, sir, just give us 5 minutes so that Poonam can present a brief report on this FTP.
Okay.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, Ritu, ma'am. I'm delighted to be given this opportunity to provide the valedictory note. A very warm good evening to everyone present. Honorable chief guests, the resource persons of the day, and my fellow participants of the International Faculty Development Program. Our 7-day journey culminates today, but our striving for fresher pursuit is never ending. This event was a collaborative exercise, not only by the organizers, but also with the daily observations and questions asked by the participants to get a better sense of ethics and what it entails. Kudos goes to the organizers and participants for ensuring the feat of inclusivity in this program. This faculty development program was attended by more than 160 participants. The knowledge seekers were from not only different parts of India, but also from abroad. Participants from more than 10 countries participated in the program, which paid testimony to the authenticity, feasibility, and requirement of the chosen theme of Ethics in Research and Teaching. To relive the memories and knowledge gained in the past 7 days, allow me to reminiscence the ground we covered. Abiding strictly to the time every day, the technical session started at 6 p.m. In the inaugural session, Dr. Lalita Chandan, Principal, Government College, Dhami, at 16 Mile, Shimla, was the chief guest. Dr. Anita Sharma from the same institution was the compere. The resource person to address the session first was Dr. Kalpana Purohit, Professor and Head, Department of English, Jai Narayan Vyas University, Jodhpur, Rajasthan. Her topic was plagiarism in research. Dr. J. Mangayar Karasi, Professor and Head, Department of English, Ethiraj College for Women, Chennai, Tamil Nadu, was the second presenter. Her topic was ethical issues in research publications. Dr. Piyush Kamal Sinha, Professor, Department of History, Magad University, Bodh Gaya, Bihar, was the last speaker of the session. His topic was ethics and objectivity in research. On the second day, the compere of the session was Dr. Shivani Suri Verma from a government college for women, Parade Ground, Jammu. The chief guest was Dr. S.K. Bhatia, who is an eminent professor of English, Guru Nanak Dev University, and also a member of NACPO team. Dr. Gul Arkol Bairam was the first speaker of the session. She's an associate professor, Department of Tour Guiding, School of Tourism and Hospitality Management, Sinop University, Turkey. Her topic was Changing Dynamics of Tour Guiding Education on a New World. Dr. Darshana Samaravera was the second presenter of the technical session. He is the Deputy Director General, Faculty of Languages, Humanities and Social Sciences, National Institute of Education, Sri Lanka. His topic was Awareness on Research Ethics starts at the inception of your education, not when you start your PhD. Dr. Mamta Mukta, Professor, Department of Public Administration, Himachal Pradesh University, Shimla, was the last presenter of the technical session. Her topic was Professional Code of Ethics in Teaching and Research. On the third day of the Faculty Development Program, Mrs. Poonam Chandel from Government College Dhami anchored the session. The chief guest was Dr. Usha Bande, a literature and an English teacher par excellence, having considerable academic publications to her credit. Ms. Daniela Lacrimiora Moraru, or Clara, educator, strategist, Luxembourg, was the first presenter of the technical session. Her topic was Great Minds Think Alike, the fine line between research, inspiration, and plagiarism, case studies from Luxembourg. The second guest speaker was Dr. Risa Trisenti, Head, Department English Education, Ronggolawe Tuban, Indonesia. Her topic was Promoting Respect of Teacher-Student Relationship in Online Environment. On the fourth day, Dr. Anita Sharma was the compere. The chief guest was Dr. Janesh Kapoor, Principal of Government College, Dalaghat, Solan. The first guest speaker of the session was Dr. Alexis Arizabel Enriquez, Associate Professor in Abra State Institute of Science and Technology, Abra, Philippines. Her topic was Relationship among Cooperating Schools and Pre-Service Students Mentoring. The second guest speaker was Dr. Elizabeth Lucas Efolalu, an author, inspirational speaker, founder, and CEO of Yes You Can, United Kingdom. Her topic was Mindset for Integrity, Honesty, and Respect. The fifth day of the FTP had Dr. Deepak Thakur as the chief guest. Dr. Ritu Magotra and Dr. Manpreet Kaur were the compere of the technical session. The first resource person was Dr. Rasha Youssef, Professor of American Literature, AUC University, Egypt. Her topic was Plagiarism and Intellectual Property in Academic Research, an Overview and Outline. Dr. Srinivas Bandamidi, Assistant Professor of English, Symbiosis Law School, Hyderabad, India, was the second guest speaker. His topic was Plagiarism and Ethical Issues. Dr. Noor Eni from English Education Department, Universitas Negeri Makassar, Indonesia, was the third presenter. Her topic was Teaching and Learning Strategy for Outstanding Outcome-Based Education. The sixth day of the FTP began with Dr. Ritu Magotra and Dr. Manpreet Kaur as the anchors. The chief guest to preside the session was Ma'am Kalpana Mehta, life worker Jeevan Vrati Karyakarta, Vivekananda Kendra, All India IT, Seh Sangathak, Himachal Vibhag Sangathak. The first guest speaker of the technical session was Professor K.B. Razdan, former head, Department of English and Dean Faculty of Arts, University of Jammu. His topic was Ethics and Ethical Orientation as Role-Playing Matrix in Creative Research. The second guest speaker was Dr. Charu Sheila Patil, Assistant Professor, Singhad College of Arts and Commerce, Pune. Her topic was Teaching with Value Education. Today, on the seventh and concluding day of the Faculty Development Program, the chief guest of the day is eminent Professor Dr. Darshana Sharma, and chief guest of the valedictory session is Dr. Pramod Chauhan, Additional Director, Directorate of Higher Education, Shimla. The first guest speaker in the technical session was Mr. Deepak Mane, Senior Data Scientist, Tata Consultancy Service, Sydney, Australia. His topic was on data ethics. The second guest speaker was Dr. Ronald S. Pakulanan, Assistant Professor, College of Computer Science, University of Makati, Philippines. His topic was on research ethics in the Philippines. The third guest speaker of the session was Dr. P.R. Ratna Maharjan, Social Community Development and Humanitarian Worker, Kathmandu, Nepal. At the close, I cannot help but retrace and bring to the fore certain mentionable quotes and pithy comments that linger in the mind. They are, when we can feed our body, how can we starve our mind? Teaching should be by choice, not by chance. Ethics is doing right and moral thing when nobody is looking. When one assists others in unfolding their talent, then only one's own talent unfolds. A teacher must shoulder the responsibility of ethical education. If you're enjoying and loving your teaching profession, then it is irrelevant to ask oneself of ethics. Only those who have drifted away worry about it. And finally, ethics says, not I, but thou. Perfect self-annihilation is the core of ethics. I congratulate and express my gratitude to everyone on behalf of Government College Dhami at 16 Mile for making this faculty development program an enriching and seminal event. So thank you. Now I hand over the virtual stage to Ma'am Ritu. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you so much, Poonam. Thank you.
Thank you.
Now it gives me immense pleasure to introduce our valedictory chief guest, Sir Pramod Chauhan, Additional Director, Higher Education, and his area of research has been ecology and behavior of animals. He was selected for the award of scholarship for study abroad by MHRD, Government of India, for doing his PhD. He has attended many national and international conferences and published several research papers. He has organized national conferences and mega national integration camps, and he has remained Secretary, HPCTA, and General Secretary, HP Government College Principals Welfare Association. Welcome, sir. Welcome, Pramod, sir. Hello. I think sir is here only. Dr. Shubhra, Pramod sir is here only.
Yes, ma'am.
Hello, Pramod sir. Can you hear us?
Ma'am, I think he is left.
No, he's there.
Maybe some net
Yeah,
issues, I think.
yeah, maybe some.
Pramod sir, are you there?
Please unmute yourself, Dr. Pramod. as the sir joins.
So
I'll-
in the meantime,
Can I
have you
just?
joined?
I think Anita ma'am is checking on that. Ma'am, can I just take a second to make few announcements?
Sure.
Thank you. So, on behalf of Cape Comorin Trust, I thank everybody for joining us in this wonderful platform with us, and I'm really thankful to uh, to Government College for Women Parade Ground Jammu and Government College Dhami 16 Mile Shimla. I'm really thankful to Dr. S.P. Saraswat, Principal, Government College Parade in his absentia, and Dr. Lalita Chandan ma'am. Thank you, ma'am, for your support, and it was lovely working under your guidance and holding such a great FTP together. I am thankful to both the conveners and the coordinators, Dr. Anita Sharma, Associate Professor, Head, Government College, Dhami, and Dr. Ritu Mangotra, Associate Professor and Head, Department of English, Government College for Parade. Thank you, ma'am. It was wonderful. And I think sir has also joined.
Yeah, sir
So,
has joined.
yes. Over to you, sir.
Hello.
Yes, sir. You're audible, sir.
Yeah, there was a technical snag in my connectivity. So I'm really sorry for that. Anyway, Namaskar. Good evening to all. The patrons of this International Faculty Development Program on Ethics in Research and Teaching, Dr. Lalita Chandan, Dynamic Principal of Government College Dhami, Shimla, Dr. S.P. Shrivastava, Principal Government College for Women, Parade Ground, Jammu, co-patron Dr. R.S. Rigin Sylvester, President, Comorin Trust, conveners of this International Faculty Development Program, Dr. Anita Sharma, Associate Professor and Head, Government College Dhami, Dr. Ritu Magotra, Associate Professor and Head, Government College for Women, Parade Ground, Jammu, all the speakers, all the participants, staff, students, and dear friends. Today is a very, very special and auspicious occasion when three prestigious institutions, Government College Dhami, Government College for Women, Jammu, Cape Comorin Trust, they have jointly and collaboratively organized and completed this International Faculty Development Program on a very interesting and important and relevant topic, ethics in research and teaching. To be part of this concluding valedictory session, I'm really feeling honored, pleased, and blessed. I'm really thankful to the principal of Government College Dhami, Dr. Lalita Chandan, for giving me such a wonderful opportunity to interact with the participants. And this is really a wonderful opportunity for me to be part of this lovely program. I heartily congratulate the organizers of this International Faculty Development Program for organizing this wonderful program very successfully. And Department of Education also appreciates such a wonderful efforts by the organizers. And I think this is the need of the time and this is the need of the hour. On behalf of the Department of Higher Education, I sincerely appreciate and again congratulate the organizers for organizing this wonderful program. It's really a matter of great pride and satisfaction for the Department of Education that in such a testing time, when COVID pandemic has created havoc, when the situation is quite alarming, when the situation is unpredictable and uncertain, at this testing time, some of our educational institutions like Government College Dhami, they are coming forward and they are organizing such wonderful programs. Many other colleges, they have also organized several such programs, such webinars, conferences, workshops, and the programs like this International Faculty Development Program. I am extremely happy to know that in this International Faculty Development Program, as many as 160 participants from all over the world, from more than 10 countries, they are participating in this program. And this is really a very excellent and a kind of virtual intellectual extravaganza. You all three organizations, three institutions deserve all appreciation, and you provided a wonderful platform to the researchers, to the students, to the teachers for active participation and for exchange of ideas, for good learning and gathering awareness about ethics in research and teaching. For faculty development program, organizers have chosen a very important and relevant topic. Ethical issues are generally neglected and not taken care of. Majority of the people, they are not aware about ethical aspects in teaching and research. Ethics serve as a guide to moral daily living and helps us judge whether our behavior can be justified. Ethics refer to society's sense of right way of living our daily lives. It does this by establishing rules, principles, and values on which we can base our conduct. Ethics are equally important in research as well as teaching, and it plays a great role. Research ethics are important for a number of reasons. They promote the aims of research, such as expanding knowledge. They support the values required for collaborative work, such as mutual respect and fairness. This is essential because scientific research depends on collaboration between researchers and groups. All educational research should be conducted within an ethic of respect for the person, for the knowledge, democratic values, the quality of educational research, and academic freedom. As far as ethics in teaching is concerned, teachers must model strong character traits such as perseverance, honesty, integrity, respect, lawfulness, patience, fairness, knowledge, empathy, courage, responsibility, and unity. As a teacher, one must treat every student with kindness, equality, and respect without showing favoritism, prejudice, and partiality. Today, I'm really happy to be part of this extravaganza, intellectual extravaganza, and I'm sure this program, this International Faculty Development Program, definitely might have benefited all the participants, all the teachers, and I hope such programs should be organized in future also, and I request other institutions of the state also that they should come forward and organize such programs. And Department of Education will also definitely provide helping hand to all the organizers, all the institutions for taking such endeavors. And I, at the end of this, I would like to congratulate all the organizers and especially the principals of Government College Dhami, principal of Government College for Women, Parade Ground, Jammu. And I also appreciate the efforts of the Comorin Trust, Cape Comorin Trust, that this trust is also doing a wonderful job in sensitizing the society and providing educational services to the people, not only in India, but abroad also. And again, thank you very much. And I am really today honored and privileged to be part of this, your program. And basically, I think Dr. Amarjit Kumar was supposed to attend this program, but due to some urgent reason or unavoidable reasons, he was not available. So this opportunity was given to me. I'm really thankful from my core of heart. And thank you very much.
Thank you so much,
you,
Dr.
sir.
Pramod. Thank you for your beautiful words, your beautiful insight. Thank you. We are really honored to have you.
Thank you, Sam.
And Dr. Anita, you would like to add something?
Thank you so much, sir. You have really, honored us because we invited you at a very short notice, and we are really humbled and indebted to you, sir. Thank you so much. We would be looking forward for other programs also, and we would like to hear from you too. Your valuable, words, the pearls of wisdom which you have given us today. They are wonderful. Thank you so much for the encouragement and for your good words. I think now we can call the feedback from the participants.
Yeah.
So, ma'am, you can begin with that.
I'd love to call upon Professor Archana Kaur. She's head of department from SPMR College of Commerce, Jammu. Archana ma'am, your feedback. Hello,
Please
good
try
evening,
to have
everyone.
feedback within 2 to 5 minutes only, so that we don't, make more delay.
I'll take in that time.
Thank you.
Am I audible?
Yeah.
Yes.
Hello. Yeah.
Hello, yes, ma'am, you're audible.
Hello.
Hello, yes.
Am I audible?
You're audible, ma'am?
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
yes.
You're
Okay.
audible, ma'am.
Good evening. Good evening, everyone. Thank you for the initiative which you all have taken to the organizers. It's a big thank you from participants like me. The topic itself, the ethics in research and teaching, that is a very enriching topic which would enrich anyone who would attend such FTP, and a very well thought of. Why I would say that? Because, on the one hand, we keep on complaining of moral degradation, which is taking, especially of the, we complain our own faculty members not being so committed, not being so ethical where their work towards working is concerned, or somewhere we keep on complaining. This FTP comes as an awakening for many among us, making us conscious of our commitment towards our community. A very well thought of topic. I would congratulate all the three organizers, Cape Comorin Trust, Parade College, and Dhamin College. You all have taken up made a really very good effort of bringing in this kind of a topic in front of us, wherein we not only were able to listen to somebody very close to us, but we were also able to listen to resources at international
Mute yourself.
level. And listening to people from all over the world, it was a great opportunity for people like us to understand the basic fundamental aspect of ethics is the same all over. We all have to be, in very simple words, what the take which I got from this particular FTP was that fundamentally the basic crux is that whichever place we belong to, we all have to be committed, ethical towards the work which we are doing. And this FTP has made us more, I should say, conscious, made us more aware that yes, we are belonging to that part of institution wherein we, I'm talking from the faculty point of view, and of course I am sure the researchers would also feel the same, that we are in a place where we should be committed, where our ethical moral grounds are concerned towards the building up, towards the community, towards the society, we should be committed. And again, I congratulate all the three organizers and all the resource persons for coming together and bringing us the resource persons and different point of views, but talking about the same ethical values which we all must have. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Archana ma'am. Thank you. Now I would like to call upon Dr. Shalini Sharma, Associate Professor from Government College of Women Parade. Dr. Shalini, are you there?
Yes. Thank you, Dr. Ritu. A very good evening to everybody. Now, I believe that during these 7 days of this International Faculty Development Program, which was jointly organized by GCW Parade Jammu, Government College Dhami, 16 Miles Shimla, and Cape Comorin Trust, we had a great fruitful discussion. And over the past few months, many of us have attended such conferences, seminars, and FTPs to use this time for our own professional development. And we also paid close attention to the challenges and opportunities that the virtual event format presents for meeting planners, attendees, and sponsors. Now, talking about the research ethics, which is very properly delved on, has become a very central issue in educational research, and no research can be conducted without due regards to ethics. So many topics were covered, like research ethics, what are the dilemmas in conducting educational research, what are the ethical issues and the ethical consideration in different approaches to the research. So from the core of my heart, I would like to thank all the resource persons who joined this conference from all over the world and enlightened us with their presentations. And I sincerely hope that through these fruitful presentations and discussions, which were held afterwards, all of us can contribute to solving the educational problems in our own countries. I would also like to put a note of thanks for the organizers, conveners, organizing secretaries, coordinators, co-coordinators, members of the advisory board for having spared their valuable time to make this FTP a grand success. And I personally believe that no event can happen without the provision of a vast network of people. Thank you all. And I would like to end in the words of Winston Churchill. Now that we are, as you say, in the same boat, would it not be wise for us to have another conference? And the sooner the better. Thank you all.
Thank you so much, Dr. Shalini. Thank you. Now we have Dr. Sneh from Government College Shimla, Dhami Shimla. Dr. Sneh.
Hello, yes, ma'am. Am I audible? Ma'am,
Yes,
am
you're
I
audible.
audible?
Yes,
Yes,
yes.
Okay.
you're audible.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you. Respected principal, ma'am, Dr. Lalita Chandan. Ma'am, can I start with your due permission, ma'am?
Sure, you can.
So,
on,
a very good evening to all of you. And it gives me an immense pleasure to give the feedback on the 7th-day faculty development program, which was collectively organized by the College for Women Parade Ground, Jammu, and Government Degree College, Dhami at 16 Mile. Next steering committee, in collaboration with IQAC Cell of the Government College Dhami at 16 Mile congratulate all of you for successful completion of this program. The unique feature of this program is that the participants from the various countries, they participated in this program. Number of participants from the countries like Turkey, Pakistan, Sri Lanka, Bangladesh, Australia, Canada, Great Britain, America, India, Europe, Philippines, UK, Egypt, Indonesia, and Nepal were there in the program. And a very good number of the people daily participated in the program. At least 150 participants were daily present in the program. And the feedback which I'm going to give you, these are not only my personal views, but I have taken the views of other participants from the chat box also. And variety of speakers from the diverse countries, they liven up this webinar with a great say. All the speakers deserve a special compliment for enlightening us on various issues of ethics in research and teaching. See, day one begin with the very enlightened address of our respected chief guest, Dr. Lalita Chandan, Principal Government College Dhami. And 3 sessions were held daily on various issues like plagiarism, role of ethics in human research, duplicate publications, scientific misconduct, basic requirements of research, qualities of good teacher, role of a teacher in inspiring the students. These all the topics, they really motivated us to be a good researcher. The speakers, they presented their ideas with a beautifully built up PowerPoint presentations. And these presentations, they really helped all of us to understand the basic concepts with the very ease. And it was a pleasure to listen to Dr. Lalita Chandan, Dr. Usha Bande, Dr. S.K. Bhatia, Dr. Jinesh Kapoor, Dr. Deepak Thakur, Dr. Kalpana Mehta, and Dr. Pramod Chauhan as a chief guest on various days. They touched the hearts of the participants with their inspiring talks on ethics in research and teaching. Dr. Gul Irkol Byram's presentation on changing dynamics of tour guiding education by a new world took the participants on virtual tour, and this was really required in this pandemic situation because we people are stuck in our homes. We can't go out for tours. And Dr. Darshan, his talk on the awareness on research ethic was unique in the sense that he touched the heart of the participants by saying, be responsible for what we write and what we publish. Dr. Mamta Mukta's talk on the professional code of ethics in teaching and research rekindled an enthusiasm of research in the participants. Dr. Alexis Elizabeth delivers a motivational talk on the role of a teacher as a motivational force for students. Dr. Elizabeth Lucas, he talks on mindset for integrity, honesty, and respect. It was especially helpful for the participants to understand that we have to change our mindsets if we want to transform our lives. And Dr. Rasa Yusuf discourse on academic writing skills, it gives a new insight of the writing skills for all the participants. Dr. Srinivas, his presentation on plagiarism and ethical issue was highly appreciated because he practically taught the participants how to use references option in MS Word. And Dr. Noori Annie, he delivers an insightful discourse on teaching and learning strategy for outstanding outcome-based education. Dr. KB Razdan, Dr. Charushila, Dr. Darshana Sharma, and Dr. Manpreet Kaur, Dr. Fanil, and Dr. P.R. Ratna delivered an excellent discourse and enlightened the participants with their knowledgeable discourse. The faculty development program, it was a great success, ma'am, and daily more than 150 participants participated in this program, and all the participants, they enthusiastically cleared their inquiries from the resource persons. And though it was a virtual meet, even then it was a great success. It proved a great success, and the efforts and the work of Dr. Anita Sharma is highly commendable, as she nicely presented her ideas. She nicely presented briefing of every lecture, and she played a wonderful role in bridging a gap between the participants and the resource persons. So in the near future, Government College Dhami at 16 Mile will look forward to conduct such programs again. Thank you.
Ma'am, please unmute yourself.
Thanks a lot, Dr. Sneh. And now I'd request Dr. Ramesh from Government College Dhami, Shimla, vote of thanks.
Thank you, ma'am. Good evening to all. Am I audible?
Yes, sir, you are audible.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, sir.
As I have been given the responsibility to present the vote of thanks on the concluding day, that is the valedictory 7th day of International Faculty Development Program on Ethics in Research and Teaching, which is being jointly organized by the Government College Dhami at 16 Mile Shimla HP, Government College for Women, Parade Ground Jammu, and Cape Comorin Trust, India. On the behalf of the organizing colleges, I extend my gratitude and thanks to the chief guest of the day, Dr. Pramod Chauhan, Additional Director, Higher Education, Himachal Pradesh, for sparing his valuable time out of his busy schedule for blessing and inspiring all of us. I also extend my sincere thanks to the chief guest of the different days for sharing their valuable inputs and words of encouragement for all of us. I also extend my gratitude and sincere thanks to Dr. Lalita Chandan, Principal, Government College Dhami at 16 Miles, Shimla, and Dr. S.P. Saraswat, Principal, Government College for Women, Parade Ground, Jammu, for encouraging and guiding the organizing committee to organize this International Faculty Development Program on Ethics of Research and Teaching. Sincere thanks to the international and national resource persons for giving valuable and informative deliberation on the different topics during the FDP program. Cape Comorin Trust and its team, who are the co-partner and publishing house of this program, without whose support and the success of this FDP was not possible. I am very much thankful to them also. Big thanks to the participants, international as well as the national participants, for participating in this international FDP program in such a large number, which really made this program a grand success. At the last, I extend my special thanks to the advisory board, conveners, coordinators, and organizing committee, reporters, whose restless effort make this event a big success. At the end, I would like to thank all the people who have contributed on and off for the success of the event. Once again, thanks and goodbye to all of you, in hope to meet again on some other platform. Thank you, and over to Anita ma'am and Ritu ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Ma'am, unmute yourself, Ritu ma'am.
Okay, thank you so much, sir. Thank you. Thank you, Anita ma'am. Thank you, Dr. Shubhra. In fact, thanks to all the participants.
Sunil sir, kindly mute yourself. Okay, Shubhra is going to mute.
Shubhra?
अरे इसको पीछे करो ना, क्या करते हो? हाँ
Shubhra, mute Sunil sir. Yes, Ritu ma'am.
Yes, ma'am, I've done that.
Thanks to all our participants, our eminent speakers from India and abroad for making this FTP a success. In fact, all these 7 days, all the sessions, they were knowledgeable, experience packed. We had excellent presentations followed by informative PPTs. And in fact, the overall experience, it had been very, very enriching, very exhilarating, very invigorating. And in fact, thanks a lot to our participants from India and abroad because without them, our conference couldn't have been such colorful and vibrant with their discussions and their deliberations. Thanks to our organizers. Thank you, Anita ma'am, Dr. R.S. Regan, Dr. Shubhra from Cape Comorin Trust for organizing, for in fact helping us to organize this event. And looking forward to having more such kind of conferences. Thank you so much. Thank you, Anita ma'am.
Thank you, Ritu ma'am. Thank you, Dr. Shubhra, and special thanks to Dr. Regin, who is working all the while behind the curtains. He has never been on the screen, but I know all this is possible only due to him. So I would conclude
Without
with
his
two,
efforts.
sentences, which is my take from the FDP which we had. That is, I think the character of a person, the character, culture, and ethics. They are very important as it is for the competence to sustain this civilization, which is today infected with deadly virus COVID-19. So to sustain, we need three things now: character, culture, and ethics. A culture of pandemic means wearing mask, having a distance, and working, online as we are having our, FGP. That is a must in the present hour. So a humanistic approach to technology might result into an all-round development and happiness throughout the world. And with this prayer, let's end the meet here. Definitely, we are going to meet on some other, platform. I hope we'll see Shubhra in the oncoming, conference. And the people,
I
those
hope to
who,
see you all.
yeah, we will be there definitely, Shubhra. All the best for that. And thank you so much for all your support, for your valuable time, and for your guidance, especially because we are not technologically so much oriented. So it's wonderful to work with you. And I have made a special, friend, Dr. Ritu. So, Dr. Ritu, we will be in touch. Thank you so much.
So thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you
Thank you,
so
Dr.
much.
Shubhra.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.